So let's play today with some Qi perception exercise because we're here to do Qigong, and without Qi, there's no Qigong because that kind of half of the word just there. Let's see. We'll start with, last time we did some connection of the breath with the movement and how the breathing can lead us through the movement. And so today we'll add some of that aspect of breath, how the breath leads the sensation of Qi at first, and how we should be able to dissociate the breath from the sensation of Qi afterwards. Yes, I'm still moving. Okay. So let's start by massaging gently the Laogong point, making sure everything is open. Allowing the Laogong point to open up. Massage it. Get the Qi to come from the chest, down the arm, into the palm so we can feel it better. Up. Opening up the palm, feeling that the Qi is reaching. If you're not familiar with the way I suggest these massages to happen, opening the palm, getting the point that's either between the index and middle finger or middle finger and ring finger. It doesn't really matter which side you do it, finding the one that fits right for you. And then gently pressing on the palm, pushing towards the fingers and then releasing it to create a wave and allow the circulation to kind of go through towards the palm and then start to accumulate. As we're doing this, gently massaging, allowing the Qi, the blood, the fluids to reach down the palm. Letting the Qi gather, circulate better, filling up the hand. And keeping our awareness on our palm, inside the palm, to just gently perceive how our hand feels, not just to the touch, but also inside. So if you're holding your hand more or less like I do, you have your fingers under, your thumb in the palm, and there's this whole space in between that we can feel, and try to see if we can kind of bounce our awareness between our thumb and our finger, passing through the thickness of the palm, feeling the bones inside, without putting a lot of pressure. I'm not trying to use my thumb to go dig inside my palm. I'm just trying to use it to create just enough pressure to help my awareness to be more inside my palm, and kind of bouncing my palm between bouncing my awareness between the back of my hand and my palm, passing through the thickness of my hand. So from the Laogong point, there's a similar point also on the back. So you can feel between the thumb and the index finger, feel a bit more of a connection through it. And then we'll do the massage on the other side as well. But for now, try to stay with just one hand so that it's a little bit easier to feel it. Then gradually doing the same on the other side. Finding the point, massaging it, pressing down, pushing gently towards the finger and releasing to create a pumping action, a vacuum effect that brings the blood and the fluid down from the arm into the palm, which also helps the Qi to circulate. and to awaken a little bit more our awareness or perception of what's going on inside our palm. Gently opening up the palm, allowing the chi to flow through it. Feeling the change in the thickness of your palm, in the fluidity and the sensation through the palm itself. And then gently bring the palms facing each other. Feeling the connection. As we inhale and then gently exhale. And we'll use this connection between the palm and the sensation of the chi between them. Just before we do that, if you're not quite familiar, you can separate your palm, bring one up, the other one down, see how your palms feel when they're separated. Gently bring them back together, feeling the moment that they're facing each other and noticing the difference within that sensation. Up and down, back. And then observing how the ball, the sensation of a ball between the palm changes as we breathe. On the inhale, you might feel that the ball becomes thicker and kind of push your hands away. And on the exhale, as you relax, feeling how the palm comes a little closer together. Inhaling, feeling this expansion happening. Exhaling, feeling the palm come together. Inhale. Exhale. So at this point, we're just connecting the breath. You can start to see if you can feel the same expansion on the inhale from a diagonal plane. We'll be playing a little bit with this sensation in different ways. For the more sensitive and the more trained amongst you, you might feel how the breath also kind of stretch and spread through the whole body. And that the hands are basically just an epiphenomenon of that expansion of the chi through the whole body, reaching out the palm and feeling it in between the palms. So feeling this connectivity from one side to the other, feeling it from the horizontal plane, and exhale. Then we can bring our palm on top of each other. Again, feeling this breathing, this push that allow the upper hand to rise and the sinking happening on the exhale. The lower hands stay more or less between the belly button and the pubic bone, while the upper hand should feel that push through the inhale, rising and allowing it to go up, There's a mechanical aspect of breathing, which helps to sink the shoulder blade and helps the arm to rise. But try not to use the mechanic of the body to specifically lift the arm. Try more to feel that the pressure between the palms is increasing and helps you to kind of push your hand up as you're inhaling and as you're exhaling. And of course, once you reach harmony within the timing of the breath and the sensation, then both of them will work together, which will give us an increased sensation through the whole body. But right now we're focusing more on the qi perception between the palm, allowing this rising and sinking to happen naturally and to feel this pressure between the palm increase with the inhale and decrease a little bit with the exhale. And on your next inhale, try to see if you can let your arm rise all the way above the head. Open, changing sides. And on the exhale, letting the hand come back together. Getting a little closer to the center, up. And on the inhale, feeling the rising. And the sinking. Inhale. Exhale. In. And out. And on your next inhale, allowing it to expand, connect between heaven and earth on the way through. Feel the wide expansion through the chest and allow the arms to come back together in front of the chest. Inhaling, feeling the expansion. Exhaling, allowing the palm to gently come back. Inhale. Exhale. Feeling the expansion on the inhale, that growing bubble horizontally. And the return between the palm and inside the body at the same time. If you can feel the sensation between the palm and through the body, you might also feel that as you expand, it's like a big bubble that's all around you that reaches sideways, but also up and down, front and back. So everything is expanding. It's like a balloon that's being inflated. When you exhale, that balloon kind of start to shrink, coming back closer and closer to the body. Inhale. Up. Exhale. And so that we don't get our shoulders too tired, turning the palm facing down and bringing the hands down. Connecting to the ground, back into Wuji. And as we stand here without external movement, still keeping the same depth of breath, try to see if you can feel that same bubble expansion all around you. If you can feel that rising through the body towards heaven, the sinking towards the earth, kind of that central axis expanding as you inhale, coming back towards the center of your body as you exhale. The bubbles stretching left and right, front and back as well. And on the exhale, becoming denser, a little closer to the body. And then on the exhale, letting that sensation that's all around you go deeper inside. Starting to feel it under the skin a little bit more. Through the muscle layer, nourishing the muscle towards the center of the body, connecting with the three dantians. Connecting with the central axis between the top of the head and the perineum. And on the inhale, feeling the waves starting from that center of the body, filling up all around into the bubble, up. And when you exhale, feeling how this comes back deeper and deeper into your body with each exhale. Until you start to feel that even when you exhale, this bubble that's all around you remains, maintain its integrity. It doesn't really change shape anymore, but you just feel this movement, inside your body, outside your body, filling up this bubble and kind of moving between the two. Moving your awareness with your breath between the full bubble that's all around you, the edge of that bubble, and the sensation that's inside your body. Allowing your body to become more and more relaxed, allowing your breath to become as soft and deep naturally as possible. Do not use your mind to push your awareness out. Simply follow where the sensation leads you. Just the same way that we felt that bubble first pushing a little bit on our hands, we just allow our awareness to follow it. And gently come back on the exhale towards the center of the body. If that feels tiring to you, that means you're using too much intention, too much force. Relax. If the sensation is only up to your skin, stay there. Don't try to push it. We don't want to project the chi outward. We just allow it to bounce and inflate and deflate, just like a balloon or just like our lungs. As we inhale, our lungs are filling up. This bubble is filling up naturally. We just observe it. And on the exhale, we gather a bit more awareness inside the body, nourishing it, absorbing the energy from the environment. So in order to do that, we just need to have our awareness around the layer of the skin. And on the exhale, feeling that the nourishment that we've picked up from the air, from the environment, from the breath, is circulating through the body. And the more relaxed you are, the more the limit between the two becomes blurry. The limit of our skin, the limit of our body dissolve for this sensation of qi, the sensation of the bubble of qi that's all around us. The wei qi, the defensive qi that's all around us, that's there to protect our body from the different bacteria, viruses, toxins within our environment. And this exercise allows us to become more aware of it, to strengthen it, to connect with this cloud of healthy bacteria that's all around us, this cloud of our own hormones that our body produces, that's all around our body. Gradually, if you lost a little bit the sensation of your body for this bubble of qi, allow it to densify again, get closer to the skin, rediscover the limit of your own body. Feel the tip of your fingers, the space between each of your fingers, the shape of each individual fingers, the palm of your hand, the wrist, the forearm, the elbow, the upper arm all the way to the shoulders, the neck, the head, feeling your forehead, your eyebrows, your nose, your lips, your ears, the back of your head, the shape of your neck connecting with your shoulders, feeling the shape of your chest, feeling your ribs just under the skin, your back, your spine, your waist, lower abdomen, hips, connecting with your legs, your knee, lower legs, your feet, the sole of your feet in contact with the ground. And then feel how your body is denser and denser inside. So if your eyes were closed, you can gently open them, starting to slowly rub your palm together. We can even just do a slight tapping, just to kind of wake up our body a little bit more, going all the way to the base of the neck, down the arm, on the inside, up on the back, on the other side, inside the arm and outside, just to kind of gently tap and wake the body up again after this little exercise. Feeling the ribs, the waist, the lower back, the pelvis, the buttock, the legs, down the legs, on the outside, on the back, up the legs, inside, up, gently rubbing along the nose, close to the eyes, using the tip of the finger to gently tap the top of the head, kind of almost massaging it, just to gently wake us up, bring us back into reality, into this layer of perception of the world. Shake it off a little bit if you need to. Walk a little bit, just to reactivate your body after this depth of meditation, to make sure you're awake again. Good. So we got a good 15 minutes. Perfect. How are you guys feeling? Not quite what I had in mind originally, but that's how the course presented itself. So thank you for being here. Hopefully it was useful to some of you. Got the feeling it was, but... Let's see. How are you guys doing? Let me know in the chat so we can discuss a little bit if there's any questions, strange sensation, because sometimes it can be a little bit surprising the first time we do this kind of exercise. Good. Yes, indeed, doing that every day is a very good idea, Beth. By the way, Beth, I received your email through PayPal, and I send you back an email so we can set, how do you say that? An appointment. There we go. Yes. Jane, familiar with the territory, of course. Feeling fantastic, Alex. Excellent. How did that feel for your back, if I'm not mistaking Alex? If you're the Alex who was saying you had some ribs issue. Maybe it's not the same Alex, I have a doubt. But yeah, if you're the same Alex who was saying you had some rib issue last time, did that help to kind of ease the sensation? I'm asking because there's a slight variation to what we did, but basically the principle are the same of Buddhist type meditation, where using this perception allow us to transform the feeling of pain into a feeling of energy. And therefore it changes the way we perceive pain and allows us to have more very intense sensation of energy until the feeling of pain kind of dissipates bit by bit. Very good exercise whenever we have a situation where there's a bit of chronic pain. And by actually changing our interpretation of the signal, because pain is just a signal that the body sent to the brain that is interpreted as pain. It's an important signal. We don't want to cut it off, but this helps us to transform it and be in a much more relaxed. And if the pain is caused by a strong stagnation, it helps the stagnation to dissolve, and therefore things function better with a lot less pain and much better. Question, is it abdominal, thoracic, and upper thoracic all through? Generally speaking, yes. For the breathing, we want to start from abdominal to set the base so that we have a strong placement of the diaphragm and solidity through the structure, through the lumbar area, so that afterwards we can add the thoracic breathing and then finish with upper thoracic. Each of these layers, and we could even dissect some of them even further, could be used independently. And that's essential for survival. If for any kind of reason we're stuck in a really weird position and the only pocket I can move is a little bit of ribs on one side in order to breathe, then I want to use whatever space I have to breathe until I get help and I get out of that situation where I can fully breathe again. Since usually when we do Qigong, we're in a position where we can use everything, our goal is to train the depth of the breath and the different layers so that we can have the maximum volume capacity and help the lungs actually increase and grow a little bit to have an even better breathing capacity afterwards. Without going into too much detail, setting abdominal breathing first is like setting up the foundation of a house. Because of how it influenced the bone structure and the muscle placement, this allowed the thoracic breathing to be properly placed and to have its maximum range as well. And therefore, next, the thoracic or upper thoracic breathing and connection with the head can happen better. If my abdominal breathing is not quite there, then the root for thoracic breathing to be solid is not as present. Therefore, we can't really get the maximum movement through the thoracic area to really get the depth of the breath. So we always want to start first from abdominal, then thoracic, then upper thoracic whenever the possibility is present, so that we can really get the full range of our whole body breathing. Feeling floating and calm. Excellent. So I can feel my lungs filling with air, but is in fact a different sensation than PSI, and I'm guessing you said then pain. Okay, good. Yes, so with that sensation of qi, when we start to have it kind of moving, it opens up and start to unravel a little bit. So hopefully that helped you out with whatever rib sensation you had and allow the movement to start to happen, and so that the healing process can work better. One of the main issue when we have a situation with pain, we usually tend to avoid moving the area because of the feeling of pain, which reduces the blood flow. Therefore, the natural healing is hindered a little bit because there's no fresh blood coming in with nutrients to do the healing, and the blood can't take away the garbage that was created during the incident. So being able to gently start to move a little bit more again, bit by bit, especially if the sensation of pain is kind of fading away, allow for these movements to happen, allow for a better oxygenation, for a better cleaning of the area internally, and a better nourishment of it. And so the blood can flow better and everything start to improve. So if you have time, I would suggest that you just sit down. You don't have to go through the whole thing, although doing a little bit of preparation to get into the feeling of qi will make it easier for you to feel this, to connect with the sensation, and therefore after feeling it through the body as you get this whole movement inside as well. And of course, that's, valid for everyone. Any kind of pain anywhere in the body. If the ribs are moving, then it's a little closely connected to the breath, but that can happen anywhere. Good. Let's see. Let's Let's connect this with the first movement of set 2, since we're still in the set 2 phase. I haven't decided yet which form we'll do next, so let's have a quick poll, set 1 or set 3, if you guys want to write it down to see which one you want to work with. I'm thinking set 3 because there's not enough good information about it online, so that would be better, and then set 1 can be done a little bit later, but that's my thinking. Let me know what you guys think. So movement 1 of set 2, using that sensation of qi, connecting it with the breath, and then we'll do something to disconnect the breath from the sensation of qi. So first, bring our awareness towards the feet, allowing the feet to kind of round, grasping the ground as we inhale, allowing it to rise through the legs into the lower abdomen, and on the exhale, allowing it to gently sink, open, stretch, and go deeper into the ground. Inhaling up again. Exhale, sinking deeper inside, into the ground. Inhale. Up. Exhale. In. And out. Inhale. Exhale. As we use the breath, allowing the arm to start to float up, and gently follow this rising sensation through the legs, almost like if this time the ball was growing from the ground up and pushing your hands out.